to our
Mate talks.
Mate Talks. Yes, like 4 years later, we are back with our Mate Talks without the mate, but in a different setting too, because it's the Metropolitan Opera House. We were before, sorry, doing that in our own house, and now we are no less than in the theater, where this guy here is going to celebrate his 25th anniversary with the American Ballet Theatre today. So it's a very big occasion. How are you getting ready for that?
Well, 25 years, it's a long time, but it feels like yesterday that I joined the company. I just prepare like a normal show. I know it's important, it's huge, but to me it's another show, and I know I'll continue performing because I feel good physically. So yeah, just a big celebration.
Okay. Were you, maybe, I don't know, maybe 5 years in 5 years time? Well, 5 years in time we were in the pandemic, so we didn't know anything. But maybe 10 years in time, did you think that you would get to this point dancing, or you ever?
10 years ago?
Yeah. Or you thought maybe I will stop like
Well,
before? Or
there was always like a limit at the age of 40 for male dancers, and I understand why. Before there were not proper therapy for the dancers. There were no you would be dancing in difficult stages, working incredibly amount of hours, and I think today we progressed and we're evolved in the sense that we take care of our bodies. We have more therapy, less hours of rehearsals. We have our strong flow everywhere we go. So the life of the dancer is extending. And when I turned 40, which was in the pandemic, I kind of panicked. And then when we started back, I just pushed really hard to get back in shape, and I feel better now than when I was in my 30s.
That's amazing. And today you're dancing Pedro,
Sí.
our friend Pedro, in Like Butter for Chocolate, como agua para chocolate. What is fun about Pedro?
Well, it's fun in the sense that it's the first time I am able to portray a Latino role. In these 25 years with American Ballet Theatre, I've been always portraying European princess, yeah, a prince or warrior or creatures. And this is the first time in 25 years that I'm able to portray a Latino role, and that's fun.
And a very down-to-earth role, because it's like, something
It's
the
life.
novel reveals or conveys something that's exactly, that's pretty much like life. It's not like a
fantasy
swan
or
creature or something like that, or
yeah.
people with wings.
Yeah. Although we fly at the end.
Oh yeah, you do
in
fly.
this one. But yeah, and it's funny because this season I started as Peter in Wolfworks, and now I finish as Pedro, which is ironic.
You have like a Pedro maybe in other lives, maybe.
Don't know what that means, but yes.
Well, you were maybe, I don't know. I don't know either. Maybe. I don't know. Well, but sometimes I'm very curious because this Pedro is very down to earth, and your previous role was Romeo, and your previous role was Siegfried and the Swan Lake. So I was wondering, and the previous one, well, was this Peter guy in Wolfworks, but I was wondering what the arc is like. How do you go from one role to the other? Like, what is so different about them?
It's difficult. It's very difficult to switch. Every week we switch ballets, but not even every week, like every day, because like I did Romeo and Juliet on
one day, and
Wednesday.
The next day.
On Wednesday I did Romeo and Juliet, and on Thursday I had a run through of Like Water for Chocolate, and so you have to switch immediately. And portraying this role, it takes a toll. It's so draining emotionally. Romeo, and I mean every role that I do, because I go into the character. I think I think of the dancing as a second place. For me, the first most important things that you have to do as a principal dancer in a company like American Ballet Theatre is being an incredible artist and actor. So I take the acting very seriously, and I go into the role no matter what the role is. And so to come out of that, it's very difficult. Um, but it's also rewarding and something that we love to do.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, that's my life.
But you have someone that's that maybe is not as maybe near to our lives as Siegfried, because it's a prince, like this German prince, in another time and historically speaking. And then you have someone like Roman, who is also in another time, but he's more relatable, I feel, to, well, you fall in love and have all this drama around it. Even though not all of us go through so much drama, but there is drama in love.
Yeah, no,
for the most part.
I mean, Romeo is one of the most complicated roles. You have everything. There's so much acting. There's so much physicality, the sword fighting, the paredes, and a real connection with your group, with Juliet, with even with Mercutio, who is your friend. You love him so much, and
then he dies.
And then we all die.
Yeah.
Every time we perform a ballet, we die.
Exactly, and Siegfried dies too, in fact.
Yeah.
But how is it like for you, Siegfried? Siegfried is like this special guy who falls in love with the swan.
Well, Siegfried is how to say? I like him. He's a bit lost, but I like him. And dancing wise, what I take it, dancing wise is the easiest ballet, because every step that you do in Swan Lake is the steps that you do in class every day. So technically, Swan Lake is one of the easiest for me to perform. But yeah, he's like wondering all 3 hours
what should I do with my life?
What to do, and
no girlfriend is good enough. None of them. Only.
Well, no, he finds the white swan and he's shocked and amazed, and then he's tricked. He's tricked by Von Rosbart.
I feel so sorry for him.
I feel sorry for him. Such a naive person.
Yeah, such innocence.
He was looking for love, and all of a sudden he's tricked.
Yeah, and his mom couldn't do anything.
His mom is like, just get married.
Get out of the house.
She didn't care with who.
No, she didn't care. She presented like the options. It's such a different world. We have like 2 more minutes according to my camera in my phone.
Okay.
So to finish this interview, what do you think has been most cherished in a way during these 25 years at ABT, which is, for me, as I see it, it's not just with ABT, because it's a very long dancing career. What's one thing that you would say, or maybe some experiences that are mostly cherished as part of this journey?
I think it's in a way to see the world with your own eyes. You travel the world, you see different cultures, you see different countries, and you see it with your own eyes, and you meet people around the world, and that's how we met. Like, it's like you see the world, and then you find the right thing, the right person, the right moment. I think this career, it's beautiful. My office, it's different theaters, and my friends, it's all around in different companies, and I think there's something beautiful about being in the arts, that you purify your soul
constantly with every delivery, so
with
to say.
every performance, and even creating new pieces. There's something about creating new pieces that you want to give the world and the audience something. Sorry, we changed the phone.
My phone is not as sophisticated.
And
different messages, different people.
So you contribute to a history of a country, of a company, and it's a profession that I don't see myself pulling away. In a way, yes, you have moments where you're like, I had enough, because it is difficult to maintain your body sometimes when you have pain and you have to perform and keep creating. But it's a beautiful world, and if everything, I want to give more to this art form.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, congratulations. You made it through. You became a star.
Yeah, I mean, I guess all I have to say is like, cheers to many more. Like, yeah. I feel like I have many more years of dancing.
Well, they say that once an artist, always an artist.
Always an artist.
I mean, because how can you ever not be?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think, at least. If you
Yeah.
were an artist like for so long, then it's not. I don't feel like it's like one day you wake up and say, okay, now I'm going to, I don't know, become a lawyer.
Yeah.
Or maybe you become a lawyer but connected with the arts. I don't know, like.
Yeah.
I don't think you ever get away. It's like the mafia. You can never.
Yeah. It is the mafia.
Although
we don't have as much money as them. But no, I mean, you get a good life being a dancer. I think, like in every profession, when you make it to the top, it's good. But I think when you are born with a gift, yeah, you can't escape.
No. I think that's what Messi must feel like.
Yeah.
He cannot escape it.
Yeah, it's true. And even if he when he stops, he'll continue this legacy, and yeah.
That's amazing. Well, we'll continue with the Mat Talks, right?
We'll continue with the Mat Talks.
We'll continue. Thank you so much.